Roberto Carlos da Silva Rocha, commonly known as Roberto Carlos, was born on April 10, 1973, in Garca, São Paulo, Brazil. He grew up in a humble background, where his love for football emerged at a young age. His talent quickly became apparent, and he joined the local club União São João before moving to São Paulo, where he began to catch the attention of scouts. His early promise led him to join the youth team of Palmeiras, one of Brazil's top clubs, in 1993. His skill as a left-back with explosive pace and a powerful shot set him apart from others, and his contributions on the field earned him a professional contract with Palmeiras in 1993. Roberto Carlos made an immediate impact with Palmeiras, playing a key role in their 1993 Copa do Brasil victory. His performances caught the eye of international clubs, and in 1995, he signed with the Spanish giant Real Madrid for a transfer fee that was significant at the time. The move to Madrid marked the beginning of an illustrious career that would span over a decade. At Real Madrid, Roberto Carlos became a mainstay in the team, forming part of the legendary squad that dominated both Spanish and European football. His time at the club saw him winning numerous La Liga titles and UEFA Champions League trophies. His most famous contributions came from his stunning free kicks, which became one of his trademarks. His most iconic moment came in the 1997 Copa America when he scored a free kick against France that defied physics, curving impossibly around the wall and into the net. In addition to his club success, Roberto Carlos enjoyed a storied international career with Brazil. He made his debut for the Brazilian national team in 1992, and over the next 2 decades, he became one of the most capped players in the history of Brazilian football. He was part of the Brazilian squad that won the 1994 FIFA World Cup, though he played a minor role in the tournament, with his major contribution coming 4 years later. In the 1998 World Cup, Roberto Carlos was instrumental in Brazil's run to the final, and in 2002, he was a crucial figure in Brazil's triumphant World Cup campaign, which ended in a 2-0 victory over Germany in the final. His performances in the tournament solidified his legacy as one of the best left-backs in the history of football. His style of play was characterized by a unique blend of attacking and defensive qualities. Roberto Carlos was renowned for his lightning speed, especially when making overlapping runs down the left flank, and his ability to deliver pinpoint crosses. Perhaps his most famous attribute was his free kick technique, where his powerful shots would swerve around defenders with incredible precision, often leaving goalkeepers helpless. He was also known for his leadership qualities, captaining the Brazilian national team at various points in his career. Roberto Carlos' longevity in the game was also remarkable, as he continued to play at a high level well into his late 30s. After more than a decade at Real Madrid, Roberto Carlos left the club in 2007, continuing his career at Fenerbahce in Turkey, where he played until 2009. Despite his age, he maintained a high level of performance, continuing to be a key figure for the Turkish side. Following his time in Turkey, he had brief stints with clubs in Brazil and India before retiring from professional football in 2015. Roberto Carlos' influence on the game extended beyond his playing days. He has worked as a coach and ambassador, sharing his extensive knowledge of the game with younger players and continuing to represent the sport at various events. His legacy, however, remains firmly cemented in the history of both Real Madrid and the Brazilian national team. Following his retirement, Roberto Carlos took on various roles, including working as an ambassador for Real Madrid and engaging in charity work related to football. His post-retirement career saw him stay connected to the sport in numerous ways, from coaching to being involved in promotional events and working as a pundit on football broadcasts. His knowledge of the game, combined with his incredible experiences on the pitch, made him a sought-after figure in football media and events worldwide. Roberto Carlos also ventured into coaching in the later years of his career. In 2015, he was appointed as the head coach of the Turkish club Sivasspor, where he attempted to transition his football expertise into management. Although his time in charge was relatively brief, it marked a new chapter in his career as he sought to pass on his knowledge of the game. He later went on to coach other clubs and also became involved with football initiatives in India, further expanding his legacy in the global football scene. Despite his coaching and ambassadorial work, Roberto Carlos is still best remembered for his contributions on the pitch. His powerful and accurate free kicks, his speed, and his attacking mentality from the left-back position have made him a revered figure in football. Often considered one of the greatest left-backs of all time, his playing style inspired generations of footballers, and his free kick technique is often cited as one of the most unique in the history of the sport. Outside of football, Roberto Carlos has been involved in several philanthropic ventures. He has used his platform to raise awareness for various charitable causes, including initiatives aimed at helping children from underprivileged backgrounds in Brazil. His efforts in using his fame for social good have earned him admiration beyond the football community. Even after retiring from playing professionally, Roberto Carlos' impact on the sport remains undeniable. He is regarded as a true icon, a player whose influence and excellence transcended borders, and who continues to inspire both current players and fans alike. Whether through his free kick mastery, leadership, or dedication to the game, Roberto Carlos will forever be a part of football history, remembered as one of the finest players to ever grace the field. Roberto Carlos' influence on the game of football extends beyond his individual accomplishments and his technical abilities. He played a significant role in shaping the modern left-back position, evolving it from a purely defensive role to one that is also heavily involved in attacking play. His relentless runs down the left flank and his ability to link up with forwards made him a vital part of the offensive strategies employed by both his club teams and the Brazilian national team. His attacking contributions, coupled with his ability to defend, redefined what was expected from a fullback, and many subsequent generations of players have sought to emulate his style. He remains one of the most celebrated players in the history of Real Madrid, having been a part of the legendary Galacticos era, which saw the club sign a number of football superstars like Zinedine Zidane, Luis Figo, and Ronaldo. With Real Madrid, Roberto Carlos achieved significant success, winning numerous domestic and international trophies, including La Liga titles, Champions League trophies, and the UEFA Super Cup. His long-standing partnership with players like Roberto Carlos, and Iker Casillas was central to Real Madrid's dominance during the late 1990s and early 2000s. Roberto Carlos' legacy is also evident in the numerous accolades and honors he received over his career. In addition to his World Cup and Copa America titles with Brazil, he earned countless individual awards, such as being named to the FIFA Pro World 11 and the Ballon d'Or shortlist multiple times. His influence on Brazilian football is immeasurable, as he helped build upon the legacy of Brazilian left-backs who were known for their attacking flair. His performances for the national team cemented his place as one of the key figures in Brazil's golden era of football, alongside players like Pelé, Romario, and Rivaldo. Post-retirement, Roberto Carlos continues to be a popular figure in global football, and his reputation as one of the most iconic players of his generation ensures his continued relevance in the sport. His achievements, both on and off the pitch, have earned him a well-deserved place among football's legends. As of today, Roberto Carlos remains a figure who transcends football. His legacy continues to influence how modern football is played, especially in the fullback position. His combination of defensive solidity and attacking prowess continues to serve as an ideal for many young players aspiring to reach the top of the game. The way he revolutionized the role of the left back, transforming it into an attacking weapon, is one of his most lasting impacts on the sport. In conclusion, Roberto Carlos is not just remembered for his exceptional footballing talents, but also for the way he captured the imagination of football fans around the world. His passion for the game, combined with his remarkable skill set, made him one of the most respected and beloved players of his era. Whether through his thunderous free kicks, his leadership on the field, or his contributions to his team's successes, Roberto Carlos' place in football history is secure, and his story remains an inspiration to countless players and fans alike. Even as time passes, Roberto Carlos' influence on the sport continues to resonate. As the game evolves, Many of the attributes that defined his playing style, such as his emphasis on powerful, accurate free kicks, attacking versatility, and speed, remain highly regarded. His legacy as a trendsetter in the world of football is clear, with modern-day fullbacks often cited as being influenced by his dynamic contributions to both defense and attack. In his post-football life, Roberto Carlos has maintained a strong presence in the football community. He is actively involved in various ambassadorial roles, particularly for Real Madrid, where he remains one of the club's most revered former players. His work as an ambassador allows him to stay connected to the sport while helping nurture relationships between the club and its global fan base. Through such roles, he continues to promote the values that help make Real Madrid a symbol of excellence in world football. Furthermore, Roberto Carlos' charitable work and social initiatives, especially those aimed at supporting underprivileged children and promoting football as a tool for social development, have cemented his reputation as a role model off the field. In Brazil, he is widely admired for using his wealth and fame to give back to his home country. His charity work focuses on providing access to education and football programs, giving many children opportunities they might not have otherwise had. Over the years, Roberto Carlos has also ventured into various media and promotional activities. His appearances on football talk shows, commercials, and as an analyst on football broadcasts demonstrate his ability to adapt to the changing nature of the sport, staying relevant even after his playing days are over. His calm demeanor and vast experience make him a respected figure when offering insights into the game's modern evolution. Looking back on his extraordinary career, Roberto Carlos' achievements are a testament to his hard work, talent, and determination. He wasn't just a defender. He was a footballing icon whose legacy transcends the traditional boundaries of his position. With his ability to score stunning goals, create assists, and defend with distinction, Roberto Carlos remains one of the game's greatest ever players. Ultimately, his influence in shaping the future of football will always be remembered, and his name will continue to inspire future generations of players, coaches, and fans. As football evolves, Roberto Carlos will always be celebrated as one of the sport's most dynamic and influential figures, whose contributions to both club and country continue to echo through the annals of football history.